I'm Chris.
I'm Stargate Pioneer.
And I'm the French-Canadian sensation.
And we're the official GonnaGeek.com podcast, a podcast member of the Gonna Geek Network.
Just like the one you're listening to now.
The opinions expressed are those of each individual host.
Check out all the other podcasts
at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
And get ready.
Because geekiness begins in
3,
2,
1.
Let's Geek!
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy, brought to you by the Gonna Geek Network. Bringing you the latest nerdy news and geekdom, here are the hosts of the show. Anthony.
No pants, all bacon and dick butts.
Naki.
Anthony, you need to get laid.
Willie.
I don't need boobs to like a movie.
Chris.
So when Chris doesn't know how to transition to a new topic because he's flustered, he just hits the button on the soundboard.
And sometimes some special guests.
As Magneto once said, "Ha ha ha, welcome to die!"
If you're a kid and listening, you rock and your parents are awful.
A brand new ATGN starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, it's Sunday, August 14th, 2016, and you're here for episode 223 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. And I'm waiting for some kind of profanity to come into play because it always does about this point.
That's way,
Thank you.
that's way too many episodes.
It's way too many episodes. Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like I talk to you guys too much now.
Is this your way of announcing your retirement from podcasting, Naki?
BT
Nope.
Dubs, I'm no longer on this show.
You're not allowed to leave.
If
Naki's
Naki's gone,
reigns supreme anyway.
if Naki's
As the
gone,
o-
I'm gone.
As the only female, she's not allowed to leave. Because then it's just Willie
I need
running
a
out.
raise. Alright, this is
I
my
can
way of
talk it.
asking for a raise then.
So I'll give you 100% raise. 100% raise on 0 is still 0.
you go.
Fantastic. Today's a good day.
I was going to go 200%. She's
Alright,
worth
I'll
it.
take two.
You're more generous than I am.
She's earned it.
Yeah.
You're a
Victory.
cute kid. Keep coming back.
So welcome everyone to episode 223 of the podcast. We've got the entire crew here today. We're only like 5 minutes behind on going live, which is improvement for us.
I was going to say, that's actually good for us. Good for us. We did it.
Yeah. If I had a round of applause button, I would hit that right now, but I don't.
That's the one you don't have.
Well, I've got this.
I'll give you a Ric Flair.
We won.
We did it.
That's the winning music. Draftsman in the chat room says, "You can't quit because we cannot fire you. When we can fire you, then you can quit."
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So, Naki, what is it you're working so furiously on so that the video viewers can know what's going on?
So right now I am in the process of creating Bob from the Dresden Files, which if you are watching the live stream, you can see a little skull now floating in the in my hand currently. He is.
Naki's finger in a skull.
I am.
Hey now.
But I'm currently working on his eyeballs to make them glow.
Cool.
Ooh, you know what would be a better idea?
Oh,
Actually, make the skull first, and then put it inside of a bowling ball so you can be the bowler from Mystery Men.
Everybody and their uncle called me Janine Garofalo growing up.
So she's probably not going to want to do that.
I don't really
No,
see the Janine Garofalo connection,
kind of-
I'll be honest.
You don't think I look like Janine
kinda see
Garofalo?
it.
Not really.
A little bit. I can see it.
I always
There's
got
some
Janine
similar
Garofalo
facial
and
structure.
Wanda growing up, and then as a child, I apparently look like Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. Which again, I'm fine with because that means I got a cool alien friend.
Where's your alien
Lilo-
friend?
But
And his name is Wagglecrotch.
Oh,
No, it's Stitch.
wasn't Lilu kind of an asshole in that movie / show?
No,
I thought she was.
no, she was a 6-year-old.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
6-year-olds
Yeah,
are
kind of an asshole.
So kind of an asshole because I mean she's 6,
self-centered pieces of shit.
but she grows up rather quickly. I mean her parents are dead because
Well,
it's a Disney movie.
It's Disney.
so she's like Bruce Wayne. She's going to turn into Batman.
Yeah, but with an alien.
With an alien as Robin instead of a weird circus kid.
Well, then how come Superman didn't turn to Batman then?
Because he didn't see his parents die.
No, you're supposed to say he did in the Zack Snyder universe.
It's funny because it's true.
It is.
It's not funny.
Hey,
Remember, in the DC Universe movies, funny is not allowed. There is no funny.
Just a heads up. I mean, if anyone wanted to buy said movie and hadn't done so yet, it's on sale for $15 at Best Buy this week.
There's nothing that could make me buy that.
I'm not
Which
sure
version?
The Ultimate Edition. I'm not sure what kind of indicator that is when it's been out for like a month and it's already down to $15.
Well, you can get the Ultimate Edition, you know, the fucking added 30 minutes to it on Vudu for $14.99. I was yesterday going to rent it, but it won't let you rent it. You have to buy it.
Yeah,
I just
saw
wanted
that
to
too.
see the Ultimate Edition.
But yeah, they don't want people to rent it because they know they won't go back and buy it if they rent it. For
No.
$15 though, I might pick up that Blu-ray. I watched the extended version. It does make for a slightly better movie.
They'll just
Yeah, I
go
heard
see
it.
Suicide Squad because it's the best ever, right?
What?
Well, it's the
I
best
saw Star Trek
DC
Beyond
movie
yesterday, so that's
now.
better.
It's definitely not the best ever.
It's not like The Bar was very... Never mind. I'm trying not to be a hater. Anytime I
No,
express
no,
my
no.
opinion, I'm told I'm a hater.
The best DC movie, because it's very loosely related, has to be Steel with Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, God.
You can go ahead and kill yourself now.
It's better than Shazam.
That's not saying much.
I don't have the right kind of bump to
No,
play you off right
Kazam.
now.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's because of him.
Hey,
I
I
read
fixed
this
it.
interesting article about how everybody's hating on DC because the Marvel movies are so good, and it's like, well, we're hating on DC because they don't know how to make a comic book movie,
Not
or
anymore.
at least use their source material.
It's because
Well,
they
I'd
don't
say
want
up
to be a
until
comic
Suicide
book.
Squad.
Say again?
Suicide Squad played like a comic book,
Most of it.
with maybe not a great one.
Writing.
Yeah. The reshoots didn't help it either.
Not all comics are great.
What? We're bad guys. Shut the fuck up. God damn it, stupid fucking line. Go to hell. Can we pretend a moment I don't speak good guy? Fucking Will Smith. God damn it.
So, Willie, do you have opinions?
Apparently.
Just those lines. Jeez, that like who wrote that shit?
Tell us how you really feel about Suicide Squad. We're going to scrap the Pokemon Go segment. We're going to talk about how Willie feels about Suicide Squad.
All right, and honestly, it's an okay movie. That's the best. It's just okay. But those lines, that's what really drop it down for me. Those fucking lines. And
So
plus the bad villain is like, really? That's your villain? Okay, just whatever. Just go. Let's get through this shit.
Okay, so the villains were not good in it. The Enchantress was dumb.
But I did yesterday, since I did look for Batman v Superman, and it's all $14.99. I'm not gonna buy that. I don't feel like buying it. I did buy the because you can't rent it all as well is the Batman Assault in Arkham, which I heard is pretty much is the Suicide Squad movie that's supposed to be.
It's a fantastic Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, so I bought that. I haven't watched it yet, but I did buy it because stuff happened yesterday with pizza order, and I had to call them, put on hold for 20 minutes.
Did they put you on hold for 20 minutes for pizza?
No, I already ordered it. It got here because I ordered online because I don't like talking to people. You know.
Okay, I'm with you there. I do the exact same thing because, fuck talking to people.
One of the pizzas was supposed to be an ultimate pepperoni pizza. Add bacon, add extra cheese. It came with no pepperoni. An ultimate pepperoni pizza came with no pepperoni.
Question: are you asking for a heart attack?
No, he's buying a heart attack.
Yeah, like, does it care? I'm gonna die someday. I'm okay with it.
But by pepperoni? Do you want to die by pepperoni?
There are much worse ways to go.
I
That's
know. I have
mean, that's
almost
fair.
died by boobs one time.
Wait,
I almost couldn't come up for air. So
Okay.
that was a good way.
you almost died by boobs.
Yep.
Boob suffocation.
Were
is a
you
thing.
just trying to
Yep.
motorboat like a hell of a lot or something? Or
Do you really want to get into specifics?
without getting too graphic now, how did you almost die by boob?
They were on top of my face, and it felt good, and I didn't want to move. I was like, either I can breathe or I can enjoy these boobs. I think I'm gonna do the latter.
It's a tough choice sometimes.
I couldn't move side to side. I was like, they're there. I can't do it.
I'm
But-
just
but
processing.
Yeah, but I was able to turn my head enough to go. No. She was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Awesome."
So, if you had died, would your tombstone have said "death by boobs"?
Hopefully.
Or he died doing what he loved, or something like that?
There you go.
Died by doing what he loved, by being loved. That's the Barry White way.
Steven in the chat room said, if you can't enjoy a greasy, heart-stopping pizza, then what's the point of life? Exactly. Yeah, you shouldn't really eat one every day, but...
I did
all these rules.
Friend that pizza is life.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh, you all remember that story about that guy who had a heart attack while eating a burger called the double bypass, right?
I remember hearing something about this.
I can imagine it being a true thing.
Apparently, yeah. I was like, what? You get to eat free if you were over 250 or 300 pounds? They let you eat free. Wasn't that it?
Yeah, it was some
don't
crazy
remember all the
restaurant in
details.
Vegas that was basically designed to kill people, and it did.
Well, he survived though, didn't he?
I think they had a fatality later on, and then that's what ended up closing down the restaurant.
But there's have been no reported things about death by pizza yet.
You know what the key word is? Yet.
Pizza?
Boy, you guys are like synced up perfectly.
It's a little weird, not gonna lie.
Hey, but
Feel a little.
Willie, you're not the only one to almost die in the method you mentioned. He said, I see in the chat room, the draftsman stands in solidarity with Willie. I did not almost die, but that loss of breath was fun. So, congrats.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being suffocated by boobs.
Oh my god. Oh. Welcome to the Porncast.
No. There's
Already
another,
been on that.
That's called wholesome addiction. That's not this podcast.
And plus, this is not porn. This is real life. So welcome to Talking Sex with Sue Johansson.
What's the what was it? Oh, Loveline. That's the one I used to listen to.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
So my takeaway that I'm getting out of this is that Willie and Naki are going to start a Talking Sex podcast.
I mean,
called Boobs and Pizza.
Boobs and Pizza.
Actually, I think Willie and I would make a really interesting Loveline style podcast. But we'd have to have people call in.
I mean, I could be
no doctorate experience at all, other than that.
Well, there are tools.
You could have a waggle crotch sidekick.
There are tools out there you could use. While Blab might have died an inglorious death the other night, there are other streaming tools out there you could use that would allow people to call in for advice from you guys.
Oh, is Blab dead?
Blab is officially dead as of yesterday, or as of Friday, I guess.
Who killed it?
The owner.
JS.
No, JS didn't kill it. The owner of it killed it because they said it was not working properly. Probably because they yanked out all the stuff that made it useful. His goodbye letter was fairly interesting. I would suggest you guys go listen to the most recent episode of Better Podcasting. They talk in depth about the death of Blab. I can't really see. I'm sad to see it go though because it turned real shitty for the last month.
And how? So should we talk about Pokemon Go?
Do we still want to talk about Pokemon Go?
Can we talk about the porn parody of it?
Okay, let me cue up the Pokemon.
We talked about the porn. We talked about the porn parody last week.
Oh, yeah,
it was a really good trailer.
Okay, guys.
It was a really good trailer.
You're a go for your Pokemon Go updates.
I
don't have music for it, so pretend this is.
Yeah. I haven't done much. I'm still at level 22.
I'm level 17 now.
I'm right about 23 because I did a little bit the other day, but it's been going slow for me because I'm like, I'm focusing more on work instead of Pokemon Going, which I guess is what I should be doing.
So then here is the big question, guys. Is the Pokemon Go craze finally starting to die out?
It is for me. I haven't played nearly as much. I picked it up once or twice this week to do stuff, but I haven't been playing near as much, and it's not like I'm like, oh my god, I have to play Pokemon. For me, it's still, I'll pick up the phone, I'll mess with it some while I'm out and doing stuff, but I don't really go out of my way to do it.
Yeah, I think it's because I hit that point where not enough new things are happening, so maybe if they update it, especially fix some kind of tracking, hopefully they put like, hey, go right about like 500 meters and you're at one, do something like that, something.
Well, they did update it with that sightings.
Happy little trees.
Yeah, that doesn't really help much.
Yeah.
There for you. Got this right here. Right in your face. Not you, Naki. Fucking.
I was gonna say, can you not?
Niantic. No one cares about that. We added grass.
There's grass now, guys. Grass.
And I did hear there is a beta kind of version of like a different kind of tracker where it will actually show them at like Pokestops. Like if you go to this Pokestop, it'll show a picture of it. So if you know where it is, if you've been to it, you know the picture. I've seen an image of it. Apparently, it's for a lot of people in San Francisco or something because that's where Niantic is. I guess they have a hard-on for that area. It looks cool. Like, bring that worldwide, and that might be cool. And bring trading, and I might come back.
The trading is what they need. I mean, for me, I just kind of hit a wall where I wasn't having as much fun, and I was finding all the same stuff, and I didn't want to go hunting. I saw that Suncast had said once you hit about level 20, it becomes much harder to level up, and it becomes a little less fun at that point. And I see Steve in the chat room is saying he just had some friends over last night, and we all realized we haven't really played much in the last 1 to 2 weeks. To be fair, Steve only got into the game like 1 to 2 weeks ago, if I recall correctly.
Wow.
So he's already dropping off. It's not to say it's going to go away. It's just they need to, like much of these other fad games and stuff, you need to find ways to keep them going. Put some spark in there to keep people's interest in there or bring people back. Or am I speaking out of turn?
Have we not learned from Mitomo?
Yeah, and that last update that Niantic did that killed so much stuff, it got a lot of people to drop the game.
A lot of people got mad because their Poke trackers went away. Because the real fact of the matter is these third-party Poke trackers were better than what Niantic offered.
Yep. And then they were getting pissed at them, and they took them away. So that's the main thing. If I could track something, like, hey, just a little bit of something, then I'd be okay with it. But fuck them.
Yeah. I find myself, because it's basically if we're like in an area that I would think would have Pokestops, I'll bring it up so I can get some Pokeballs. But now I'm at like 89 Pokeballs and 76 Great Balls, so I don't really need them. Guess I could do it for the XP. But unless I'm in an area that is pretty Pokemon dense, that I would think. So if I was in like downtown Naperville or in one of the heavier populated parts of the city, because like my job doesn't have anything by it. Be a little bit more interested, but just walking to get the eggs hatched even isn't doing it because I keep getting stupid shit like Caterpies and Pidgeys and rats. I'm like,
yeah, they should have removed the crap Pokemon, the basically trash Pokemon from the eggs, because it's freaking awful to sit there and evolve an egg and then get a 13 CP Rattata.
God, yes. Like, really, guys? Come on now. Give me some starters.
I mean, that's actually my biggest... So there's another game out called Emoji Blitz, and it's done by Disney, and you get an emoji keyboard with it, which is awesome, but they have the same problem that, well, I don't feel like it's fully developed because they have no, like, power-ups inside the game. It's, like, Bejeweled. But... So they have another game called Tsum Tsum, which I'm sure you see the little figures in the stores.
I have seen them.
Zoom.
I fucking hate those things. They're taking over the Marvel covers.
There might have been some that got brought into my house against my will.
Burn them.
I used to play Tsum Tsum. But the problem with Tsum Tsum became that everything is randomized. So if you went and you saved up 15,000 coins and you bought a box, you could get one that you already have and it just powers it up. But if you power it up too much, then it stops working. And the same thing is going with Emoji Blitz, only Emoji Blitz has only been out for about 2 weeks, and I'm already getting doubles, and I only have 5 characters. So it's like, and there's 30 characters available. So
that sucks.
It's like, the randomization of that is a problem, and that's something that they need to eliminate from the game. And it's the same thing with the eggs, where they need to eliminate certain things from their eggs, which is like the rats, the Zubats, the garbage Pokemon that there are thousands upon thousands of if you just walk outside.
I think one of the only reasons I'm still spinning the Pokestop every day is because I'm at work and I can reach it from my desk. So, I mean, I literally at work from my desk and just sit there and spin the Pokestop every 5 minutes. I did, however, get me a nice new Eevee that I changed into a Flareon, and I named him Hot Fluff.
Nice.
Because he's Hot Fluff.
Yeah, I'm over these garbage Pokemon.
Yeah. At work, I won't catch Rattatas anymore. I just sit there and look at them.
I have, like, over 300 Rattata candy, because I just catch them and then I transfer them, because I'm like, fuck these things.
Send them to the grinder. Because that's what it really is. It is a grinder.
It is a meat grinder.
So someone's eating Rattata sausage right now.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
Rattatas are eating themselves because you turn them into candy and then you feed them.
So wait, we're turning all the Pokemon into cannibals, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, we're actually making them eat their own species.
This game has been
Yeah.
devised by Hannibal Lecter, is what I'm thinking. Then
That professor is a sadistic bastard.
it's Hannibal Lecter.
Cannibal
I'm okay
Season
with that.
3 is now on Amazon Prime, so I can watch that finally. It's only been 2 years.
Are
At some
all
point, I
three
need to go back
seasons?
and at some point I need to go back and rewatch that whole show. I watched like the first 6 or 7 episodes where I dropped off.
That show is incredibly good. I don't recommend marathoning it because it'll put you into a depression, also very hungry for meat, and you feel a little weirded out by that.
Yeah, I remember Wing talking about that on Legends podcast.
Nice.
Don't mainline it. Have a happy show that you can go to after a couple episodes.
It's like Jessica Jones. You need a palate cleanser after so many episodes.
Oh my God! Speaking of the Marvel shows, I am so ready for Luke Cage. I'm more excited about that than any other Marvel project.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that
the
new
trailers
trailer
look
was so good.
amazing.
Hey, because it reminds me, because of the trailer, I want to see one of those martial arts movies, old ones, where it's redubbed with Wu-Tang music in it.
You mean the Blind Swordsman Zatachi? Because they did that.
I
was
know,
gonna say,
I'm
yeah.
looking for it. Where do I find it?
They did one.
I know, right?
well,
Where do I find it?
Somebody redubbed it and put it on YouTube. I don't know if it was taken down, but they redubbed Blind Swordsman Zatachi with Wu-Tang music. And I have the
The whole
original, but I don't have... See, here it is. It's right here. I have the original, but I don't have the Wu-Tang version.
The Wu-Tang edit. Now, the important thing was, did you guys notice in the new trailer that Luke Cage wears his tiara?
Yeah.
Oh,
when
does
it
he?
comes
I
out-
didn't see it.
When he's getting
when
out
he
of the
comes
tank.
out-
When he's
Oh.
crawling out of the tank, they show him with a headband and bracelets that were like holding him down in the tank. So basically, in the transformation pod, he was wearing most of his 1970s costume. He actually has what looks like the princess tiara on. It's
Does he have
fucking
bright
amazing.
yellow?
Just give me
No,
the
because
yellow shirt.
he's shirtless.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just the fact that they did something that looked like the tiara was just fantastic. Because we know he's not going to wear it on the show, but the fact that there's even one sequence where fucking Holter has that on his head, it just looks so fucking cool.
I did notice in the trailer, the inside of his hoodie when he puts it up is yellow, so you got that going for it. Maybe it's
There you
reversible, and he switches at one time.
That could be.
I hope they end up, when they suit them up, I hope it ends up being like the new Power Man Iron Fist comic book, where Luke Cage is always just wearing like yellow business shirts and slacks, and then Iron Fist has his new Adidas outfit. Like that new book, they look freaking cool.
So, speaking of trailers, for my news of the week...
Wait. If we're going to transition into that, there's a bump for that.
Look, I helped.
Naki helped, so we're going to transition into the news of the week.
Live from the ATGN studios on the internet, it's the news of the week.
Hey, like Naki was talking about, we do a little bit on this show called News of the Week. As opposed to all the other news we talked about because we don't like to stay on topic.
We tried. We started.
News of the Week is that bit where we tell you guys about what we think is the more interesting or the most exciting stuff to come out in the past week. And hopefully you guys are just as entertained by it as us. And I think Naki wanted to be the one that goes first.
There we go. It's away. So
Smooth.
another new trailer that came out this week was the Rogue One trailer. Yay! And is everybody else on the Donnie Yen hype train? Because I am.
Fuck yes. Blind Jedi Fury. I don't care about anything else in that movie but Donnie Yen. That's all I want to see is that sequence.
All right, well, let me watch this trailer right quick.
You haven't watched it?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's awesome. It's much. They actually show Donnie Yen where you can see that he's blind. They show a close up of his face, and they show more of him actually stomping the dog shit out of stormtroopers. It looks awesome.
It was basically, I called it the Donnie Yen hype train trailer. All about it. If you guys have never seen anything with Donnie Yen, stop living under a rock and go watch yourself.
Sucking.
The first Ip Man movie, and then watch the following two that come after. Although Ip Man 3 really, the whole Mike Tyson thing threw me off. So it's
But
just
yeah,
like, why
if
the
it's
fuck
Donnie
is
Yen,
Mike
it's good.
Tyson in this?
If it's Donnie Yen, it's good. Just Google Donnie Yen and watch everything he's in.
Yeah, but
the Star Destroyer above that plateau.
There are some beautiful shots in that trailer too. Willie
Yeah.
just got to the point where he saw the Star Destroyer come out of the shadow with like musical cues to the Imperial March playing at the same time. It is beautiful. The other shot you get of the Death Star upside down over a planet, also
I'm getting it where
really
the
cool.
light's just hitting. That's awesome.
there's some the shots are really gorgeous. Yeah, like I said, I was all about the Donnie Yen hype train because fuck yeah, Donnie Yen. And I was really worried that it was going to be like a stereotypical Asian type thing that I've been constantly complaining about. Even though he does martial arts in it, and he's going to be some sort of wise blind man, I think I'm going to be okay with it because it's Donnie Yen.
So
The Blind Swordsman?
Gareth Edwards, the director of the movie, started giving a little bit of background. This planet that we see in the opening that has the Star Destroyer hovering over a colony and whatnot, it's called Jeddah, I believe. It's kind of a holy Jedi ground, basically. So a lot of people there kind of almost worship the Jedi and the Force. And I guess what kind of came out from some of the screenings and some interviews they did is why it's such an important planet is you can harvest kyber crystals there. And for those that aren't familiar, kyber crystals are what are used to make a lightsaber. So that's why the Imperials are so focused on it, because A, it is a strong point in the Force, I guess, and B, if you're going to make a lightsaber, you got to get crystals from there.
Yeah, so those planets are highly important for the Jedi.
Just so far, my impressions, it looks like it has a different look and feel than The Force Awakens.
It doesn't
does.
look.
Yeah.
So
In
Force
a good way.
Awakens is very fun.
There was Vader's helmet! This penis head!
Oh, God.
He knows what's up. Hashtag
There we
Dick
go.
Grave.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh,
Well, we made it 30 minutes without hashtag Dick Grave.
there's your honest reaction of Willie watching the trailer.
With no sound.
We're excited about Donnie Yen. He's excited about a penis head.
Well, I was excited to get to meet Alan Tudyk's character because we knew he was voicing a robot, and we finally get to meet his robot, and he's like, my master says you're a friend, so I won't kill you. And I was like, oh, how sweet.
Oh, is that Tudyk?
That's
is that the
Tudyk.
robot he's
that's
playing?
Tudyk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
I've
I
seen
like
the
the fact
porn.
that we finally got kind of like a robot with some attitude.
Mm-hmm. And what's some of the other stuff that came out of that? Forrest Whitaker's character, I cannot remember the name of, but is a character from the Clone Wars cartoon that they have brought
I was
into
gonna ask,
Rogue
is
One.
he from the Clone Wars?
He is.
Because I've been watching the Clone Wars, and so I was like, that looks familiar.
I'm going to try and find the name of that character. I can't remember it to save my life, but it is out there. What's some other stuff? It looks badass. I mean, the trailer looks really good. There's more good, awesome musical cues where they kind of mix in some of the old with the new.
But so what I was going to say is that like Force
Saw
Awakens
Gerrera.
That's it.
was fun. Like I had fun watching this. I don't think Rogue One is going to be one where I'm going to say it's fun. I think it's going to be much more.
Rogue One is going to be a war as hell movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good. That's my impression.
It does. And
Yeah, with the AT-ATs like blasting people like actual soldiers on the beach. Like, yeah. It's
But
gonna
it
be
is just a
vicious.
trailer, so I want to hold off my judgment.
Forrest
Yeah,
Whitaker also gave some background on his character. I had to find the quote. He was talking to Entertainment Weekly in reference to the armored suit you see his character wearing. He goes, this is his armored suit for flight, but also for maintenance. He's been through so many conflicts and many wars, so it's about repairing some of the many injuries he's had. He has to wear it all the time. So much like Vader, he's a man trapped in a machine body.
Nice.
Interesting stuff.
Seeing that porn too.
Okay, now I remember. Yeah, Saw Gerrera, it was a Steel's brother. In the resistance cell on that one planet.
Yeah. So he was not originally going to be that character, but as they were developing the script, they went, man, this just fits so well for Saw Gerrera. And they're like, let's just do it then. Let's pull him in. So this gives a lot of people a sense of hope maybe that you might see some stuff from Star Wars Rebels get carried over into Rogue One, because Rebels is just a little bit before this.
That's actually another question that boyfriend and I were talking about yesterday. It's kind of spoilery for season 3, even though I haven't gotten that far yet. But I've already seen the trailer, so I have an idea as to what's happening.
Speak your piece then. I don't think anyone here is too worried about Rebels spoilers if you wanted to ask
I
something.
saw the trailer, so.
The question became, is Donnie Yen Oh God, damn it! What's his name? Shit, the guy who is now blind.
No.
Rebels. There we go.
No, that is Kanan. He's the last
Thank you.
Padawan.
Could not remember his name. I kept calling him Canon, and I'm like, that's not correct at all.
No, it is Kanan. You're close, but he
I was
is
close. Because it was like, 2 blind Jedi? I mean, why not?
Rebels looks like he's going to be good too.
And we don't know if Don Yen's actually a Jedi.
The assumption
True.
is he is not a Jedi, but he is a worshiper of the Force, is what I had seen from some other stuff online.
He may be partially like Force sensitive, but not necessarily trained as a Jedi.
Now hold on a second. Hold on. Now this just clicked in my brain. They got the technology to make new limbs, people with only half a body, Vader, and then just bring them back. But they can't make prosthetic eyes that work for people.
They don't want to go walking around looking like Geordie LaForge. They don't want to wear those weird ass blinders.
They can't make it look all right.
It would be a bit more complicated, I would think, to put artificial eyes in, because you have to make that work properly with the brain and to translate into an image.
You almost have to put in like a new brain at that point, because you have to rewire the eyes.
They have technology to make a thing that can destroy a whole planet.
Rephrase.
And
they had, because this was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
No. This is in Rogue One.
Yeah, which is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I hate you guys so goddamn much.
And side note, this will be the first Star Wars film with no opening scroll. They said that.
Well, if they had it a long time ago. Where's my lightsaber now?
Why no opening scroll?
Because it's not one of the main movies. It's one of the anthology stories. So there is no opening scroll for the anthology movies. Only for the episodes.
Won't have them? Wait. So Han Solo won't have it?
That is correct. And I'm glad you brought up Han Solo, because that transitions nicely into my news of the week.
See how I did that?
Yeah, see how you did that. It was almost organic. So we all know they're doing a Han Solo prequel movie. They've already cast Han Solo, and I forget the guy's name. Alden Ehrenreich, I think, or something like that is the actor's name who has been cast in that. Well, now there's some rumors that have come out. If you read on both Nerdist and birthmoviesdeath.com, there's an even more interesting detail. They want to do young Lando Calrissian in this movie, and supposedly the frontrunner for young Lando Calrissian is none other than Donald Glover. If you're a Community fan, you might know him as Troy Barnes. You'll also know him as Childish Gambino, or from his mini comedy specials.
Or from as Spider-Man.
Or as
the actor who will never play Miles Morales.
Or the actor who will never play Miles Morales. But the rumor is that he is the frontrunner to portray Lando Calrissian in the Han Solo prequels, to basically wear Billy D. Williams' cloak. I'm cool with this.
Nice.
I'm okay with it. I love Donald Glover. And, you know, the whole dicks thing that I say, and children are tiny, tiny little Hitlers, that's both Donald Glover, in case you did not know that.
Well, and it's also just the truth.
Also, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dicks. Yeah, that's Donald Glover. I stole that from Donald Glover.
Shut up, Naki.
That one wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
If I do it, it sounds like this.
Shut up, Naki. See,
You
it sounds
shut
just
up.
like it.
Pretty close.
I'm so derailed right now.
Well, all right. I have a question now.
All right,
So you
go
say
for it,
because
sir.
It's not part of the main series. It does not have an opening scroll. But didn't the Christmas special have an opening scroll?
I've never watched the Christmas special, nor will I ever watch it, because I do not want to ruin Star Wars for myself.
Someone
Hang
has to
on,
have an answer.
I can find out. Boyfriend, was there an opening scroll for the Christmas special? Yes, there was.
It's canon.
Is the Christmas special still canon, though? That's
And
the
it
other
is
question.
part of the main series.
It was listed as the items that were canon when they did the whole buying of the
Why would
Star
they keep
Wars.
that as canon? It's so much garbage.
There's nothing good in it. Why would you keep it?
Other than the fact it's the first introduction of Boba Fett, there's nothing good about it.
They kind of.
It's all the talk about Life Day.
I did watch it one time, not too long ago. It was pretty bad, and Chewbacca's like father or father-in-law, whatever the hell he is, he's pretty damn perverted.
Oh, you mean Grandpa?
Yeah.
Chewbacca, whatever. Yeah, he like
puts
sits
on
there.
a little thing, watches like a little woman talks sex to him.
Can we call him Grant Baca?
Grandpa Baca.
Grandpa Baca. I like it.
Didn't he have a weirder name or something? Let me look this.
Grand Baca.
Why are we talking about the Star Wars holiday special?
You're
Should we
all
talk about
nuts.
something sad when it comes to Star Wars?
Oh.
Might as well.
Yeah, I guess we have to.
Unfortunately, over this past week, I think it was actually yesterday. Saturday?
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday,
Saturday, August 13th, we lost Kenny Baker, who is our beloved R2-D2. Unfortunately, he was 82, though, wasn't he? Yeah.
81 or 82, yeah.
I lost my article, sorry, that had all my facts on it. But unfortunately, I'm over 2016 at this point. So as far as I know, we're in pre-2017, and I'm no longer calling this 2016.
2016
He was 83.
It was 83.
And I guess
Wow.
he'd been
83.
sick for a while, so it was kind of known that it was going to happen when you started
wait.
reading some of the articles out there.
Sorry, updated. It was updated to 81. They wrote the wrong number first.
All right, I got his family in that story in the Christmas special. His wife was Mala, his son was Lumpy, and then the father was named Itchy. I knew it was something weird.
Why would you name your kid Lumpy?
Because he looked
was a
lumpy.
lump of shit.
So I did not know that Kenny Baker was also part of Flash Gordon, but apparently he was also in Flash Gordon.
Kenny
Can
Baker
we
done
do
a
that
bunch of
theme?
stuff.
He was a time
No.
bandit.
He
Please
was a
just
time bandit.
We,
he
we
was
can't
Flash
do the
Gordon.
theme. It's
He
not
was
very
an
good.
Ewok.
He was
And I
also
think-
in the Goonies, but it was the TV show, not.
Yeah. And I think he was
Goonies?
uncredited in Willow, too.
Yep.
He did
No.
a lot of work.
There was a Goonies TV show?
I think it was called The Goodies, and it was misprinted to The Goonies.
Thank God.
That's kind of funny, actually.
He was Sloth's brother.
Biscuit. They called him Biscuit.
Oh. So.
Oh, come on, that would have been funny.
Quick, like, side note, I loved Stranger Things, and I thought Dustin was, like, the smart... No, that's not the way I want to put it.
Which one's that
The
one?
better sloth?
He better sloth? Ouch.
Which one was Dustin?
The one they
The
called...
kid missing all his teeth.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember the names of the kids. I remember 11,
That's the only one you need to remember.
and I remember Sheriff. And Will, obviously, because, you know, they kept saying, "Where's Will?" "I'm right here."
I'm on the upside down. Anyways.
I'm being smothered by boo.
I haven't seen Stranger Things yet. It's on my list to get
Damn
to.
it,
eventually.
Chris.
We're going to
only
rewatch
8
a Battlestar
episodes.
Galactica right now, so you guys can blow it out your ass. I'd rather watch
It's only
Battlestar.
8 episodes.
Battlestar Galactica.
It's
Fuck
9,000
Battlestar Galactica.
episodes.
Yeah, but it's Battlestar. I'm going to watch it.
Fuck it.
I know. I'm okay with it because that's actually how Chris and I met 9 million years ago.
900 billion years ago.
How I Met Your Naki.
Ah, I see what you're saying there.
Oh, is that copyrighted too? I can't say that.
I didn't say you
Probably.
couldn't say it. If you're
I
not
just
supposed to
went
say something, I generally hit this button.
So I should start singing Kissed by a Rose with Willie again?
Oh, we can do that.
And start talking about the Super Bowl Olympics?
And then Dick Rave? Hashtag?
Nice.
Wait for it. Here you go. Sorry, audio listeners, you can't see this.
No meat spins.
Thank God
No
his camera
meat
quality is
spins.
so low we can't actually tell if that's real or not.
Well,
Oh, it's not real, baby. Not at all.
Not at all. All right, so let's move on to the next story before we go down a terrible, terrible Dick Grave path. Anthony, what do you got for us?
last week, after we reported that archive.org was putting up, 100 and some odd issues of Nintendo Power, the Nintendo lawyers got on their horses and ran around dropping off cease and desist letters. So they pulled the 145 issues dating back to 1988 were fully accessible at no cost, and now they've been pulled down. They also did a takedown of a Metroid 2 fan project where a guy had completely rebuilt Metroid 2, I guess on a way that you could play it on server or on not servers. On
Game Boy one.
Yeah, but he did it to where you could play it in a browser. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
Like an emulator, or was he
Probably made a
rebuilding it in
little better.
Unreal Engine? Because I've seen some people who are rebuilding things in Unreal Engine, and that's been kind of cool.
Yeah, so get ready
That
for them
might
to
have
go.
what he was
Get ready
doing.
for them to go after the GoldenEye project that was rebuilt in the Unreal Engine, which is all of the multiplayer maps in GoldenEye built using the Unreal Engine for PC.
Yeah, so
you can download that now.
If you didn't grab those at the time, then you can't get them now. So yeah, if there's anything like that that's Nintendo based that you know is a Nintendo property that's out and being worked on that you want, grab it now, because apparently Nintendo's lawyers are fired up and checking the internet. They're Googling again, so they're out there looking for shit.
Yeah, so I guess Polygon had gone and asked them for more information, and they said, quote, "We must protect our own characters, trademarks, and other content." And then earlier they'd said in regards to the Metroid 2 project, the unapproved use of Nintendo's intellectual property can weaken our ability to protect and preserve it, or to possibly use it for new projects. To which I say, when the hell are you going to use Nintendo Power from 1989 again? All this was doing... Okay, they don't get it. All this was doing was giving people nostalgia and going back and looking, oh man, I remember when I used to read these Nintendo Powers and reading about these old games and talking like, oh man, Nintendo stuff's so cool, everyone should go and look at this. What's the negative? Unless they're planning on publishing a collected edition of Nintendo Power, which I highly doubt.
All right, two things. One, if they find you out, they're not going to send a cease and desist. Miyamoto is going to show up at your door with his Link shield and sword.
See, here's the ironic thing is, this just got popular last week. They'd been on archive.org for 5 months already. It just hit the web and got popular last week, and that's when Nintendo found out about it.
And does it not seem that Nintendo kind of hates its fans a little bit? Remember where they were trying to take down all Let's Plays of them? Or they were trying to take their money away
They were
from
trying to monetize all the Let's Plays, and in many cases they still have monetized a lot of those, so that if you play a Nintendo game, Nintendo monetizes it, and your cut becomes much, much smaller. And that's why if you go and look, how many Nintendo Let's Plays do you see in comparison to some of these other games out there anymore?
I think Game Grumps is one of them that got hit with that, and they still do the Mario Maker, but they stopped other games that they were playing.
Good.
As a Let's Play, is that just like slang for putting something up on Twitch?
More or less, it's almost like walkthrough videos of people will put up the game and walk people through how to do stuff, like some of those RPGs and stuff that have puzzles. They'll actually bring it up in the game and narrate along with it and talk about what it is you need to do to unlock it. It's things like that.
Okay, I hadn't heard that term before.
Yeah, so Draftsman in the chat room says you would think that interns at Nintendo browse the web for stuff like this. Yeah, or have like Google News alerts for Nintendo and things like that. I really wish Nintendo would find a better way to do this. If they're not happy that archive.org has them, put them up on your site then. Release PDF copies of the old Nintendo Powers out there so that people can get a hold of them. Go ahead.
I was going to say they're going to monetize it if they get a hold of it.
Well, what are they
going to be like?
That's true. They could very well do that, but
that's fine.
Put
every issue up for 10 cents and put it on a page that has ads.
People want to see it. In fact, part of the fun stuff of going to look at these old Nintendo Powers was, yeah, some of the game stuff was really cool. I remembered those games. But seeing some of the like late 80s, early 90s ads that were in there, I remember going, wow, why the hell did I think this was a good idea when I would see some of those ads?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things from rereading old comics, is seeing the ads from like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, today Nintendo is all about just making bad consoles.
No, we don't know what.
I like the Wii U.
You're one of the few.
It sucks. It's this game touchpad is a good idea. Oh, but only one can be connected to a system, so no two players with the gamepad. Oh, and it only has one touch. It's not multi-touch. That's too much.
Willie has strong feelings on the Wii U, it would seem.
Apparently. That Zombie U game was fun. I like that one.
Oh, come on.
I will say
horrible.
Nintendo has me very curious to see what they do with the NX when that comes out.
Is X going to give it to you?
No, I've been seeing that in way too many commercials right now because I've been watching Olympic content and Comcast keeps promoting the hell out of all their content. So they keep playing the X Gonna Give It To You song when they talk about Xfinity. And I'm like, as if Deadpool hadn't driven this song into the ground for me, you guys are going to continue it.
Hey, that's good. DMX needs some money. Get that guy some checks.
Can I at least do this from the song? Is that
that's acceptable. I will not hit the fair use button on that.
Yeah, especially because that didn't sound like a dog at all.
Because I consider that more of a Tim the Toolman Taylor grunt than it is a DMX bark. That's what this,
Willie.
that's what we need on this damn network is a home improvement fan podcast.
I'll be the what's that neighbor guy? What's his
Wilson.
name? Yeah, I'll be Wilson. There you go.
Wilson.
Different
How you
Wilson.
doing, Tim? How you doing? I'm bad at this. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, I went to Dennis the Menace.
You went to Dennis the Menace, not Home Improvement.
Dennis.
I think that was just from the new one and not the original
not forget
series.
about the movie where Christopher Lloyd kind of seemed like a really weird child kidnapper.
What? Which
Doesn't Christopher Lloyd always seem like a really weird child kidnapper?
I only saw the one with.
Wow, he
Walter
is,
Matthau.
especially in Taxi.
All right, so let's wrap up the news of the week. Willie, you've got something for us, right? Because we've only got like 15 minutes of the show left.
All right, I'll try and hurry this
So
up.
you don't
I
have to
guess,
hurry. I'm
whatever.
just saying
It's
we're
not
going to
gonna
run over
happen.
this week.
All right, so I've been playing No Man's Sky, and I got some first impressions for you. Because this game is filled. You know how there's no tutorial in Pokemon Go?
Yes.
There is no tutorial in this game. They just put you into it and said, figure it out. Which in this game is actually okay. Because it doesn't stop you behind the paywall or anything. You don't have to actually go out and places and spin shit. And they don't tell you that how to spin shit like assholes. But you do. But yeah, first impressions of it. When your game just starts up, you can just feel how massive it is. Oh my god! You have to first build up your ship so you can actually get it up and running. And when you do that, and you first go out into space for the first time, you feel like a small speck.
So did you start on a planet that was actually helpful for you? Because I've talked to some folks that have started on a planet where it was like acid rain and extreme temperatures, and like, I'm going to die before I can actually save my ship and get out of here.
Oh, do you start on a random planet?
Yes, it throws you on a random planet.
Nice.
Yeah, and like how many planets they said there's like a billion or is a trillion planets. Like so, if I think they said if one person were to stop at every planet for just like 1 second and leave, it would take over 500 years or something like that to get to all of them.
Wow, that's crazy.
But what about the guy who so-calledly beat the game in 30 hours?
So the way I understand it is he kind of made use of an exploit that existed in there that was since patched with the Day 0 patch release.
Yeah, because he beat it on the beta, right?
I believe.
No, pre-release.
Pre-release, yeah.
Pre-release, yeah. Because the whole point of the game is to get to the center of the universe if you want to win, I guess.
Yeah, or I think it's like the end game is to try and get to the center of the universe for the story. But I heard it been compared to like Minecraft. With not building anything, you're just trying to keep alive and just move further. That's the point of the game. Just keep building up so you can move further. And it's not for everybody. I can tell you that the game is not for everybody. I can tell it just by playing it. Some people will just rub the wrong way and like, no, I don't like this. Screw it.
So that's been my concern as I looked at it. It's very open world with minimal rules and stuff, but it seems like it's constantly resource hunting and stuff like that. And while the exploration aspect of it would get cool, I'd be afraid that after about 10 hours, I would be like, okay, this is all this is I just fly around, keep gathering resources, and kind of learn a few things here or there. I like the exploration piece of it. I'm just afraid it would get old.
It might, but also seeing they already had a big, hefty day one patch that changed a lot of the gameplay. I can see them going around and patching this a la Minecraft, where it just does a lot of different changes to kind of keep it fresh and new, kind of keep it going.
Yeah, I assume that's going to be the case. They'll probably add new features in. I will say, I do not have a PS4, as Willie has pointed out multiple times on here, as he tells me to buy said PS4. So
PC.
There is a PC release that came out on Friday for Steam. I guess there have been many problems with the PC version of No Man's Sky. So if you were considering getting it on the PC side, I would say hold off for a little while until they get those bugs ironed out. I mean, some of the people can't even get the game to launch. It just crashes on launch. Some people, if they alt-tab out of it, can never get it to load again. It's a small studio. It's a lot easier to develop for a PlayStation 4 because you have one hardware baseline across the board than it is to try and develop for PCs, which could have countless different permutations of their hardware setups in them. So there are issues on No Man's Sky on Steam right now. If you want to give it a try, you still can, because remember, Steam does have a return policy. If you play Less than 2 hours within 14 days, you can return the game and get your money back.
Question.
Possible
Yes,
answer.
ma'am.
Is it
I
worth
got
the money?
Q's for your A's. Once again, like I said, the game's not for everybody. I think it is. I like it, especially since I've heard. I haven't heard an official thing. I think I just Googled it once and saw a yes, that it will be PSVR compatible. That's what I really want to get into. Just being into those worlds, going into space, and it's right there. That's what I'm really interested in.
So
that's why I'd be working.
That could be really cool. I've really enjoyed. There's a bunch of different tech blogs and stuff out there that have said this is very hard to review. So they're basically doing like daily game journals on it, talking about what happens in some of the worlds they've discovered in the landscapes. It sounds really cool, and to be able to have VR and literally drop you in that world so you're walking around through it, I think it could be really cool.
Is it
Yeah.
like EVE Online?
Is it like what?
EVE Online?
I have never played EVE Online.
No, because EVE Online's an MMO, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, this is
it's more of an MMO, and this you can't multiplayer on.
this
right?
is single player, and there's the potential that you could go to the same world as someone else and briefly see them or something like that, but there is no multiplayer
No,
component to it.
That is a rarity. I have not even seen one other person, mainly because they're so big. Like, to find someone will probably be an amazing task.
So there were folks that were able to figure that out shortly after launch this week that went to
Yes,
the same world at the same time. They did not encounter each other, and I cannot remember the lead developer or the guy who is the game runner said in an interview, he goes, it might be possibly goes, but it could be because of server load that they were not able to see each other. So it is going to be very rare that you would ever run into anyone, and your interaction with them would be minimal, if anything, is my understanding.
And I've also heard someone actually said they did also meet up with another person, like a friend of theirs. They actually got to the same. They did see each other and stuff like that. I've also heard that. I've heard both. So
I mean, but
I don't know.
This is
curious if it was like a new version of EVE type thing.
Nah, I mean, this is basically, it's a bad parallel to make, but the closest I can come up with almost is kind of a Minecraft-ish game in space, but single-player version of it. You're basically exploring new worlds, gathering resources to build new components for your ship or for your exosuit or environmental suit, whatever they call it, and then going from there.
Exosuit.
Okay.
Well, that's because that's kind of what you do in EVE. You just have a lot of other players with you.
Yeah, that is not the case in this one. And if they'd made it multiplayer, I can't even imagine how hard that would have been to build on this.
Yeah, I'm here to take the questions. If you have any questions about it, I can answer it.
Have you
Within the
upgraded
next
ships
5
yet,
minutes.
Willie?
Oh God, I just found out yesterday. I did get a free ship, I guess, from pre-ordering, and I just yesterday figured out how to get it, but I haven't done it yet. My buddy came over and he played it, and he's like, because it always shows on the bottom thing, you have unclaimed rewards or something. I'm like, I went to there, I don't see it, and then he finally found it yesterday. I was like, oh, and it's a free ship they give you. Like, I'm like, God damn it.
Is it better
now I
than the
can
one
go
you
do it.
start out with?
Yeah, it is. I mean, the whole only thing the way it would be better is because you can always upgrade the weapons on it, whether by technology you find, but slots.
Yes.
Every mineral you get that you mine and stuff, it takes up a slot in like your exosuit storage and your ship storage. You can move it to the ship and everything. So the more slots that you can get, the better.
Yep, that's what I've heard a lot of people saying.
So I finally found a way to actually go and get more slots. They do ships upgrades like that. You can find crash ships. The only bad thing with that is you have to repair everything on it again, like your original ship.
Oh.
You have to repair the hyperdrive, the launch thruster, the whatever the other thing's called.
So I read, I want to say on The Verge, one of the guys was like, I found this really cool ship that had crash landed, and he goes, I really wanted to get it, but I found out it had a bunch of broken pieces on it. He goes, so I was going to go out and scavenge to find that. I had to fly to some other planets. The problem he ran into, and maybe you would know better, is there's no way to drop a waypoint on a planet, so he couldn't find the crashed ship again when he came back. Not that it was gone, but he just couldn't find that location on the planet again. So is there
that sucks.
Is there any good
that
waypoint systems or anything like that you've seen?
The only one I've heard of, I haven't tried myself, is if you scan a building, then it will stay like highlighted. Even if you go off planet, it will still stay highlighted. That's the way I've heard it.
Okay.
Been done. and there is like, let me guess, since I mentioned this, there is like a scanning system where you scan everything. Little life forms running around, you scan. There's these there are 4 different aliens, 3 of which don't speak your language. And then you go around to these little marker things that are like ancient little stone things that you learn their language word by word. And so when you see the little sentences, you see like they turn when you understand it, they turn red. Traveler, rock, 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 low, shock, rock, rock, and you gotta figure it out.
Then you kind of have to guess the right response.
Yeah, and some words I have not even like I have, and it's like that for each individual species.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the 3rd species yet. The 4th one does know your language. I've only met one of them, and they're like, oh, they talk to you. They're not talking down to you like the other 3 do. But but apparently there is only one species of those aliens for a solar system. It's like when you go to another solar system, you might have a different one that you don't know the language to, and you have to start learning it all again.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, you don't forget
cool.
the other.
That sounds cool at the same time, though. It's just a matter of when does it get old. And for me, I think it might get old a little too soon. So I know I will not be buying it yet. If it goes on to a Steam sale where it's 10 or 15% off this winter, that might be where I'd give it a shot. Just because I'm worried I won't like it. I don't want to put out that much money and not like it.
Oh yeah, I guess to go back to the question, I really wish there was some kind of planetary map system, just like to where you've been on it, and it'll just show that a little bit. That would be better. Hopefully in an update they'll do this, and a waypoint marker or something. Just do something like that. It'd be great. And hopefully they hear this and they say, right? We're working on it.
So one last question for you, unless these guys had anything. If you had to give it a rating right now based off of what you've played on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the game?
I really don't like scaling like that, especially for games when they're so. But I will do it.
Then how would you best review it as how you liked it or not liked it to give other people an indication?
Right now I'm sitting at like a 6.5, maybe 7. It's a good game. Like it's a long-term game. That's what the way it's built. So I've only had less than a week playing it, so that's why.
It's a part-time job.
It sounds like it.
How long have you played Pokemon Go?
I haven't played as much as some people have.
I mean, in total.
I don't know. Is there a way that they log your hours?
I hope not, because I don't want to know the answer to that.
Profile.
But yeah, it is a very long-term game, so hopefully I'll be getting a little further. I'm only in my 5th solar system, so, and I finally found another alien in this big-ass weird space anomaly where I found it, and they gave me 3 options. Either they can tell me some place to go where it'll help myself, help my ship, or find a black hole to get closer to the center of the universe. And I went with the black hole. I still haven't gone to that point where they showed me yet, so I'm excited to see what the black hole is.
Supposedly there's something cool that happens with black holes. I don't know what it is. There are some YouTube videos out on it. One of the articles I read said, don't click this video if you don't want spoilers. And I said, well, I don't want spoilers because I'll play it someday.
Yeah, but I do have to say the best thing is when you actually get your ship and you just do the normal regular thruster, like let's say walking speed, the normal speed, and then you press circle to boost, and that gives you like your running speed, and then you hit in the hyperdrive, and it would take like 7 minutes to get to that get to a space station just boosting. But if you do that hyperdrive, you're there in like 10 seconds, and it zooms you going like you're like.
Does it use a lot more fuel or something?
It uses a different type of fuel.
Okay.
All the stuff you get, like plutonium, is made as a good fuel. And you can never really run out of fuel in space because they have asteroids everywhere. And you destroy the asteroid, it gives you like the fuel you need for your booster.
Nice.
So I don't think there's a real way to run out.
So you said your ship has weapons, so it's for stuff like destroying the asteroids. Does your suit have weapons when you're on planet?
You have like a little gun, and that has its own little slots too, but that's not for holding like stuff. That's to build it up, to kind of make it better, like stronger at mining. You can also have like something called a bolt caster, where it just shoots out little bolts. Where like, because if you start mining stuff, these little sentinel machines are flying around. If they see you destroying too much, they will actually start attacking you, and that's good for killing them off. They have good material in them too. Something called titanium. There you go. They got titanium in them.
That's not bad.
Nice.
So, do you guys have any other questions for Willie before we move off this topic on No Man's Sky?
That's all I had.
Nope, I'm good.
All right, so we're going to start wrapping up the show here in just a sec, but before we do, I do like to remind folks that we are part of a network of podcasts, a network of like-minded geeky podcasts called the Gonna Geek Network that you can find over at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. And we always try each week to try and highlight one specific podcast out of the network. This week we're going to talk about episode 25 of Game Life Balance US, entitled Fantasy Writing and Board Games of Gen Con 2016. Why I wanted to bring it up is because it is a Gen Con adventure. Cody and John discuss the fantasy writing workshops, board games, and other geek culture they experienced at the world's largest gaming convention, Gen Con 2016. So if you want to get some inside info into what happened at Gen Con and the adventures that Cody and John went on, go check out Game Life Balance US over at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. And while you're there, don't forget the streaming home for any video broadcasted podcast is over at geeks.live, which is GonnaGeek.com/live also. You can find all of the live shows live streaming there, and if you just need some entertainment during the day, you're like, I want to see what's going on Gonna Geek, you can go to geeks.live, and whatever time of day is, there'll be something playing from our pre-recorded back catalog. So we've always got some video content there to keep you guys entertained. You can find that over at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
It was a good episode. I enjoyed it.
See, Willie liked it.
Oh yeah. You want a spoiler? You want a spoiler?
Spoil me, man.
Power outages suck. Fucking storms.
So guys, we do need to start wrapping up the podcast, and what we'll do is wrap things up in the traditional way we do. It's a bit called What I'm Into. It's a chance to share with those of you that might be watching live or listening at a later date what kind of geeky and nerdy things we've been getting into, and maybe kind of convert you to our cause a bit. And I'm going to go first because it's easier for me to go first. And pretty much, man. I guess I sort of am. I've been playing Diablo 3 again because Diablo 3 is my go-to when I just need to smash stuff and not think too much. So I played that on my Xbox a little bit. We started a watch of Battlestar Galactica again because I love that show, and I still love that show. Yeah, who doesn't love the first 2 seasons of that show? Let's put it that way. After that, there's room for debate. Oh, Willie.
I never got into it. I don't want to watch it.
Doesn't like things that are good.
Apparently not.
Well, why do you think he's on this podcast?
That's true.
You think I don't like? Well, I like you, Naki. How about that? That means you're not good. Ooh, logic, duh.
I mean, that's fair.
I think that backfired a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that worked quite as good as you wanted, Willie.
I don't think so, yeah.
I know.
And what else did I do?
It's okay.
I played some Age of Mythology on my PC because I was just bored and I was looking for one of my old Steam games I got off of a Steam sale.
That's always fun to do. I always look at my Steam list and like, fuck, I have a lot of shit.
I have so many games on my Steam account that I haven't played yet. It's ridiculous.
I bought Alien Isolation, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to play it. I haven't even opened it. Like,
I want to play a little bit of it.
I was so excited when I bought it, too.
It's on my list. I might get to that one day, too. We shall see. But that's enough out of me. Someone else go next. What have you been getting into? We'll go with Willie.
Me?
Yeah.
Hey, I've been in gaming heaven. Now, like I said, No Man's Sky, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 I've been playing through, and I got the second one on standby. Oh my god, you need to get a PS4 and get it so we can play online together. That'd be so awesome.
I still have my old Xbox, so I'll just play it on there. Let's go play on there.
Bachman, get it. Let's play online together. We can go smash.
I'm not buying any more games.
You can be Luke Cage.
Oh, what about me? I have a PS4.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Naki, you want to get it?
Why would I want to be Luke Cage? I am Iron Fist.
Or you be Iron Fist in the second one.
I don't think Iron Fist's in the first one.
You gonna get it? You gonna get it, Naki?
We were talking about it. It's impossible.
Get it. Join in. Both of y'all can join in at the same time. You got 2 controllers, right?
I do.
You do?
I have this one, which is the PlayStation throwback controller.
Oh, my buddy has that one.
Yeah,
he keeps bringing it over, even though he doesn't have a PS4. He won in some kind of raffle thing. He's like, yeah, I got this. Takes it home with him, like asshole.
But he doesn't even have a PS4.
He has an X-Bone. I'm like, get a PS4.
Yeah, Xbox for life.
And that's why it sucks. And then I also got Overwatch. Oh my god. Overwatch is a much, much better Battleborn. Battleborn sucks.
I like Battleborn.
I was going to say, so now you've played both, right? And you prefer Overwatch?
Oh, yes. Just the quality of everything is just It's very fine-tuned. Like, you don't feel... I feel like I'm wading through mud in Battleborn.
The launch date for Battleborn was just unfortunate, because it was like the week before Overwatch.
I do have to say, it is a horrible name for a game.
Overwatch or Battleborn?
Battleborn, like, what does that mean? Are they born into battle?
They were born ready for battle.
Yeah, they're born ready. Well, how is that not as good of a name as Overwatch?
It's a bit more mystique-y.
It's the name of fucking Felicity Smoke on Green Arrow.
Battleborn?
Overwatch.
I just wanted to see Chris famous pop. That was amazing.
No, but for I'm just kidding around. But yeah. So I've been gaming a lot, and let's see. So today we have 2 more weeks of the Fantasy Movie League, and the next season is going to start. Do you want to talk a little bit about it, Chris, to try and see if we want to get the listeners in on it? Because we have only 2 weeks to prepare.
All right, so Willie introduced us to a game called Fantasy Movie League, and we've played like fantasy football and stuff on here before a little bit, but the concept on this one is each week you have to build your box office of movies to basically take the biggest box office take for that week. So, for instance, this week you get, what is it, $100 million?
You get
$1,000, and you have to build your own box office out of movies. But to put a movie on your screen costs you money. So, Suicide Squad, for instance, last week they broke into separate showings. But most cases, it's if you want to buy the big movie that comes out, it probably costs you $750, and then you have 7 other screens you have to figure out how to fill with $250 worth of money. And the concept is try and figure out which movies are going to give you the best take all around.
The best bang for your buck.
Yep. So if people are interested in doing that, we can do a podcast edition of the Fantasy Movie League.
Yeah, we should do it. Yeah, we should do a Gonna Geek League.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, invite everybody, all the fans and everything too.
Yeah, it'd be more fun with more people.
Yeah. And I'm sorry about my girlfriend always beating everybody. We're just doing random picks.
Oh, I'd be...
she's really good at having bad taste in movies and it working for her.
I know.
So, if somebody buys a movie, does that mean that it's off the table for everybody else, like
No.
fantasy football?
Everyone can buy the same movies. Everyone else, you don't know everyone else's movie theater outlook until the week actually begins.
Yeah, in fact, you can even buy multiples of the same movie in multiple theaters. It's just going to cost you your $1,000 each time because every movie has like a price point. Some of like the lesser movies that have been out for like 5 weeks or something are only going to cost like $12 to like $69 or something like that, somewhere in between there. You know, they're always, and they keep going down in price because new movies come out and they take, they're probably going to get bigger box office over the weekend.
Yeah, so like to fill your 8 screens, a lot of people will pick like the newest movie for their number 1 slot, which will cost them $700, and then they'll put 7 copies of Finding Dory in for the rest of the screens.
So, for instance, mine this week, I had to put 8 movies in there to get my Cineplex put together. I have 2 showings of Sausage Party, 2 showings of Star Trek Beyond, and 4 of Finding Dory, and that's how I filled my my screen. It cost me 990 movie bucks, so I had $10 left over.
Hey, well, I'm sorry. What was your 2? What was your 2 top movies again?
Sausage Fest, Sausage Party.
Sausage Party. That, AKA hashtag Dick Rave.
Oh God, I knew you. I totally just fell for that, didn't I?
Yeah, you walked right into that door.
You just got Bugs Bunny.
Son of a bitch.
It's duck season, motherfucker.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Hey, I don't feel too bad, though, because I'm in 3rd place, despite the fact that it ate all my picks one week.
Yeah, I blame Pete's Dragon.
I'm still beating Bachman, and I have 1 week where I made no money.
Oh, I'm getting number 1 this week. Getting number 1. Thank you, Sausage Party.
Yeah, you're in the lead this
that
week.
movie was out.
Yeah, it did come out. But that's probably enough on Fantasy Movie League. We will put the details out as we get closer to the beginning of the next round of things. We'll put something together for folks to play.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. But while we're talking about other stuff, Naki, what have you been getting into?
I am currently in the middle of reading / listening to Patrick Rothfuss's Name of the Wind, which is an incredible series. The beginning is slow, not gonna lie. because you have to establish characters. But where I'm at right now, the Chandrian is in play. It's a really cool, just little fantasy story. And by little, I mean it's long, but it's a good story. I really enjoy the characters that are in this one. On top of that, I have been playing some Shovel Knight on both Steam and on my DS because I was introducing a friend of mine to Shovel Knight, so he is now playing that because he had never even heard of it, and I was like, honey, you got to play this game. So there's that. I was also playing Undertale. I have moved from the spot I was stuck at, and now is stuck in a new spot because I keep dying from the Undying.
Murder Run?
No, I'm still in the Pacifist Run.
God, we talked about this.
No, Murder Run comes after the Pacifist Run, and I have to finish the Pacifist Run. I was looking through my Steam library and being very upset that I really haven't played many of the games that I own, so I'm going to start working through that backlog before I buy anything else, I think. I've also been playing Bloodborne and sucking terrible at it, and because it's Bloodborne, there's really no way you can be good at that game, just like every Dark Souls game that exists. I'm also building Bob, which I mentioned in the beginning of the show, and playing the ukulele as my relaxer time. And that's what I got for this. Yes, at the exact same time.
All at the same time. So, Anthony,
I have 9 arms.
She does. She just hides them during the show. Anthony, what have you been getting into, even though you only have 2 arms and can't do as much as Naki with 9?
Yeah, not as much, but I try. I'm spending all my time trying to get moved into a condo, so I'm under contract. I had an inspection on Friday. Only 2 or 3 little things need to be fixed, and then have an HVAC guy come through, so we're hoping we'll put those requests to the seller on Monday, and hopefully I'll have a place by the middle of next month.
Very nice.
Another shipment showed up from my Wade's World Family Art Patreon. My new sketch card is Cyclops. These sketch cards are awesome because Janet Wade draws them, and then Anakin Wade, their son, actually does the watercolors over his mom's artwork on these, so they're fantastic. I got one of the Kickstarters finally showed up, the Draw 21 Illustrator's Guidebook, which is a sweet like hardcover. It's got the little ribbon, it's got the little elastic band to keep it closed. And then we got that with the 100 famous artists learn from book from Draw 21 as well. This whole book, just for reference, is just fantastic. 100 different artists doing a bunch of different characters, a bunch of just reference shots, and then some actual tutorials. So just a fantastic reference book. Getting caught up on the Douglas Movies Challenge, which has really started to become like hard to do. It's watching 366 movies in a year. I definitely see now where it is a challenge. Like Doug Benson was not kidding. It takes some fucking effort. I'm on movie 199, so whatever movie I watch today will be number 200. So I'm getting close. I did watch The Killing Joke. I didn't pay for it, Naki, but I did watch it. And yeah, the added stuff at the beginning was awful. Because of what they did with it, it was completely unnecessary, uncharacteristic, and they just shouldn't have fucking added it. They should have made it a 48-minute movie and just actually done The Killing Joke. But it's also Kevin Conroy, Tara Strong, and Mark Hamill, so it's fucking fantastic when it's the part that actually is the Killing Joke. Just having those voices back on those characters, it's worth watching. And the animation is kind of weird, and it feels a little off, so it's fitting, I guess, with the Killing Joke. So it ends up being a good movie. It's just, that first part sucked. They just shouldn't have added it at all. And then a couple of important comics this week. Jeremy Hahn, who's been on like a nationwide tour with his family, hitting cons and random comic book shops. And luckily, he came through Boise this week, and he actually sold a couple of variant covers to my LCS. So I was able to get a copy of The Beauty, #1, New York Comic Con edition, bagged with the Beauty condoms that they were giving out.
Nice.
Because the STD that this book is based on, they did little promo items that were actual condoms. Though the condom is made in the Philippines, so yeah, or Thailand. Definitely not going to use that. But yeah, it was awesome to be able to get a New York Comic Con exclusive comic, which, I'm never going to make it to New York Comic Con likely, but
hey,
I was
Anthony,
able to buy one in Boise.
You're not supposed to wear a condom when you jerk off.
Yeah,
but it's easier cleanup if you do.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun. You got to change things up.
Doesn't that help with like prolongtivity or whatever?
Not if you're jerking off.
Now,
No, but I mean, like when you stop jerking off and you go to have sex.
Yes,
I don't know. I don't have a penis.
Well, ask the one you got there in the room.
Oh God.
Let us waggle the answer to you. But real talk here. Does anyone think the smell of a condom is a little weird?
I hate the smell of condoms.
It's because latex smells weird, man.
Yeah, latex is just weird.
It always smells like it's burning, even though you haven't even put it on yet.
All right.
That's why if you're in a position in life where you don't have to use them, don't use them.
Don't. Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
But
why would you?
But do practice safe sex.
Practice safe sex.
Yes.
Hey, abstinence is the only safe sex. Never forget that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Abstinence only education is stupid, and practice safe sex.
And it makes for bad problems.
And don't worry, everybody's got HPV, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. I also continue with the only one DC book on my pull list. I give the new Flash, the new Batman, the new Green Lantern books all to try, and the only book I'm getting is Nightwing. It's fantastic. And then Local Girl Done Good. Boise's own Joelle Jones is back. Lady Killers Volume 2 has started from Dark Horse. It's gorgeous, and the storyline is great. And just Joelle Jones does blood spatter better than anybody I know. Her artwork is fantastic, and this is a really, really cool story. Think kind of like Dexter set during the Madman times. So it's a great book. And that's pretty much it for me.
All right, then. Well, that's all sorts of stuff. We did run late this week because, we run late anymore. Well, whatever. I don't know. I got nothing.
We talk.
We talk about stuffs.
And
we talk
things.
shit.
And dick raves.
Don't forget the hashtag. It's like a sausage party, but it's a dick rave.
So as we're wrapping up the show, everyone, please don't forget, hey, Naki is running a marathon. You can support her by going to bit.ly/Naki Marathon or geeks.link/Super Naki, if I got that link correct.
Yep. Thank you if you have donated. I know that I've been kind of quiet on it because I'm currently injured and working on it, but I am still training, and it is still happening in October. I'm still raising $1,000, and I'm $530 in right now. So if you could donate, I would appreciate it. And the baby kids that I'm running for would also appreciate it.
Yes, so if you do have that opportunity, please do so. You can find the link in the show notes for this episode and in the episode description when you download it on whatever your favorite podcatching platform is. If you've got a chance, also, 5-star review on iTunes would be fantastic. So if you haven't reviewed us on iTunes, please do so. What other stuff? Oh, yeah. Don't forget, we broadcast live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, and I don't do the other time zones because I'm lazy, over at geeks.live or Channel 3 of Alpha Geek Radio. And the next live show you can watch here on geeks.live, if you're watching us there right now, is at 9 p.m. tonight. We have PopX Cast. I don't remember what they're talking about tonight. I'll have to go and check my notes. But PopX Cast is tonight.
It is Eastern time.
It is Eastern time. Please give those guys a watch. Very good podcast. Very new addition to the network. They've been with us for a little over a month now, I want to say.
Yeah,
but we like those guys. We
haven't scared them off yet.
That's because they don't listen to us.
Victory!
And real quick, the Draftsman would like to remind all listeners to practice safe sex and use condoms and dental dams. On that note, I don't know how we top that to get out of here, so let's just get out of here, guys. I think it's time to leave. You guys got any final thoughts as we wrap up?
Also, spay and neuter your pets.
Thank you, Bob Barker. And on that note, we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Death by boobs.
Thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, Channel 3 of the Alpha Geek Radio app, and over at our network home at GonnaGeek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@GonnaGeek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at Incompetech.com. geeking.com. And that will wrap up the live show for this week. Anyone who did watch us live over on geeks.live or the ATGN live page, thank you so much. Anyone who watched the backup recording on Google+, don't watch the backup recording. It's not as good. Follow the directions in the link. Go to geeks.live.
No. It's all good. We're awesome. No matter how you get us.
But they don't get the chat room and the video transitions and stuff that I've put in there.
All right.
No!
No, we're not recording at all.
We're still live on YouTube on the main recording.
I was gonna say, we're still there.
I'm getting us kicked off YouTube, Willie.
I did not turn off the main.
They don't care. Whoever sings the song, I don't even know the band. What's the band's name?
I don't know.
Nobody knows that band.
No one knows. So who cares?
If for GalaxyCon, I'm gonna get Keith to send me the artwork for it, and then I'll just send my headshot. And if we want to talk about, or I'll write up some blurb to go on the website.
So real quick, then, anyone who's watching on YouTube live, we're gonna kill the live stream right now. Thank you so much for anyone who did tune in. I just see that Wesley had popped in and goes, damn it, I missed it. Fucking power was out here. Don't worry, Wesley. We will have the fully produced video podcast and audio podcast out within the hour probably. Because this,
and we're syndicated.
We are. And this live stream you see that we're broadcasting right now will be made private probably within minutes of it being turned off, because I'm going to put up a better version that doesn't have the standby screens up at the very beginning. So we'll be back soon.
Syndicated. I want that syndication.
Good time in there. That's some good time in there, Wesley. Just like my sex life.
Death by boobs.
Death by boobs.
Hashtag
the way to go.
Take me to boobs. Take me away from the pain of this world.
Wow, everything just falls apart at the end, doesn't it? All right. Anyone on the YouTube side, we're getting out of here.
In the beginning.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
And during the show.